And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Phantasy Star 3 Generations of Doom. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And here we go. Before we go, there's one other thing I wanted to fiddle around with, and I'm going to do it now. We're going to fiddle with support so we can make Shift nice and powerful. Because we're not really going to use those other skills. And even more so, we can do this with our other characters as well. There's a mild reason for this. This is a little bit of overkill, but it can be done. Again, if you've been following my playthrough, you notice I've hardly ever used anything other than healing powers. Once in a blue moon, I think I used maybe some offensive AoE magic just to do more AoE damage, but ultimately it was not a big deal. But you can see I've been manipulating some of my spells prior to endgame, just because that's really when you kind of have to do it. So, and I thought about it, and I'm like, should I really do that? Because I said I was going to do it last episode, and then I didn't when I signed off, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. Who cares? We'll get it done. And so now we are ready to head to Terminus, and to the damned city of Lashute, where some big giant prick is there, causing all kinds of problems. And so, I guess from where we are, the easiest way to get there is we gotta get to this shrine. And so here's where we'll land. We kind of gotta go around the southern mountain, which will get us the rest of the way to that shrine, amongst other things. And we're under attack. And he's down. I believe it's this shrine. It's either the shrine or the cave, and I forget. But we'll figure it out in due course, of course. Sweet. The arrow prism glows, and we are enveloped in darkness. Okay, so there's the airfield right there. We just get all aboard the Ren train. And then pretty much we'll come up to a mountain. We're gonna go right through it, and pretty much there's what we be looking for. Let's do this. Your death awaits you in this city of Lashute. Bring it. I'm kind of a fan of murder. Oops, specifically murdering my enemies. So don't worry, I don't believe there's any chests in this area, at least not to my knowledge. Look at some of these enemies. Look at Pain. It looks like fucking Guile. I love it. And we got Cthulhu-looking motherfucker. Alright. Let's head north here, then we're gonna go east to north. And kind of just follow the trail. As much as it would be fun to talk to everybody here, it's gonna take a lot of energy to kind of do that. Seems the citizenry is not fond of having us here. Well, good, I'm not fond of them either. They kind of all look like human beings. We used old Reese to pull the moons closer, which caused Siren, Loon, and Alair to wake early. The careful plans of Arakio and Leia were ruined. It took very little to then manipulate the awakened into doing our bidding. It was so simple. Well, yeah, it was so simple, yet here I am, about ready to whoop your ass. Goofy ass motherfucker. Alright, kill the pajama man. Oh gosh, he's tickling us! Ah! Okay, lots of levels going around. Nice. Lots of XP too, so shouldn't joke too much about fighting enemies here, because the XP is just oh so good. God, All of our single targets just kind of went, didn't they? Okay, we need to heal Gwen. Which we're actually going to use an item. We're going to use one of our Trimates just to give us more inventory space. And we'll use kind of one on Aiden here. And save as much, you know, technical points as possible. I got an already upgrade. So many. There are, like, all upgrading so quickly. Your finger snapping, sir, means nothing to me. Let's double check how we're doing. Kind of want to keep above 70-ish. Leia and Arakia sealed most of the passageways between domes, but your family opened them up again, making it easier for us to manipulate events across the entire ship. So thank you. Well, you're a dickhead. I mean, I'm gonna murder your ruler's face. I mean, yeah, I don't care if it's an ancestor of Alice or not. We're gonna get the murder, and we're gonna get that murder train going real good. And he's down. Okay, win level, nice. Let's keep moving. We've been trapped in our city for 1,000 years, but Rulakir can speak to Dark Force in his mind. Through Dark Force, we manipulated events to undo what Leia and Orakio have done, so that we could achieve our goal in murdering everyone on this ship. Dark Force demands it. All I'm hearing is, we want to murder you all! And then all they're going to be saying after I'm done with it is, stop murdering me, bro! Like I said, Miu's above 70, so I'm not going to heal her yet, but a Trimate. The defeat of Dark Force 1,000 years ago put it into a deep sleep, but it has slowly been waking up, and as it goes, those of us within this city grow more and more powerful. Soon we shall sweep down and kill everything left alive in this floating mausoleum. You'll see. You cannot stop my power. Alright. We're about halfway through this outdoor area, because there's going to be an indoor area as well. So don't get your hopes too up about getting through this area rather easily, because it's not easy, especially if you're geared and underleveled. Long ago, Lassic the Great ruled Algo from a castle in the skies, as does our mighty Rulakir. The fall of Lassic was a miracle that you lot can never hope to repeat. So why not turn back? So for those of you who remember, I believe it was Lassic was the villain in Phantasy Star 1. He was kind of the guy in the black armor. I believe he was in the first one. I might be getting my Phantasy Stars confused, but I believe he was in the first one. Kind of looked like, oh, ouch. Hence now we gotta recover. Like I said, that's expected. Ooh, wow, didn't get him killed. There he goes. Alright, time to heal on up. Again, we're going to use the items on... Let me see. Let's choose... Wait a minute. Am I using the right thing? Yeah, Trimate. We'll use his last Trimate, because we don't really want Adon doing anything but attacking pretty much at any point anyway. Same with Ren, for that matter. Oh, they got a start on us. Okay, Ren needs to be healed. He has the most HP normally, so... There we go. They're okay for now. Die. Alright, car leveled. go through this zigzag of stupidity. And he's down. Gotta heal Adon here. Please. That Trimate. And that's all she wrote. Lots of levels going up there. And then now we get to, once we kind of get down to the bottom here, we have the luxury of doing what is known as the long stairway. Ren is just so OP, I love it. And all she wrote. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Roughly halfway up the stairs. The stairs that never end. And he's down. We're gonna recover. No. Actually, okay. You'll know when we need to heal. And we'll probably use the spell versus the items, just because everybody's almost full anyway. Well, not anymore. Okay. Let's bust out some Trimates here. Okay, before we go any further, two things. We are going to start this until everybody's full. For both of them. Okay, looks good. I like it. Damn it. Hopefully we don't take too much damage here. That's fine. Okie dokie, here we go. Hey buddy, how's it going? I am Rulakir, last king of Algo and successor to Lasik the Great. Am I dead? Am I alive? What does it matter? I could find no meaningful difference. My heart went black 1,000 years ago when all I ever loved was taken away. I realized that non-existence is the most merciful state for us to assume. Do you not agree? Would your life not be easier if it was over? Come, children, let me show you mercy. Okay, so, big fight. We're going to deal with it accordingly, though. We're going to go into skills. Miyu is going to use shift on herself. Gwen is going to use shift as well. I believe she has it. Yep, on Ren. And then Kara is also going to use shift. Starting to see a pattern here on Adon. Let's do it. It'll all make sense in due course, guys. Nice. Let's get some healing done here. Ow, 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 ow. Never heal again. And he's down. Okay, guys. Whew. But we're not out of the woods yet. Monsters, you have condemned our people to life, to an endless cycle of pain and disappointment. But it will not be so for me, for I am chosen by my God. Please do not forget me, Dark Force. Take me, Master. Bleh. Get fucked, bro. Alright. Let's just go ahead and looking good. Everybody's looking good. Alright, let's move. Because we ain't done yet. We got the big bad to kick's ass. And so let's do it. And so, in general, the easiest way to navigate, this is much like that other dungeon that we were fiddling around with before, where there's a right way to go, and then you can branch off from there. This is kind of the same kind of deal. And it's still a pain in the ass, because you can't go all the way over, so once we can go north, I believe we have to go north. And we're already getting some new enemies and upgraded ones. And that's fine, I'm going to kill them all the same. So we go up here, I believe, until we can no longer go up any further. Then I believe we go, I want to say almost all the way east. We go, what we can do is go as far east until we can't move east any further. And then what we do is we move back to the next column and go up. It's the easiest way to remember how to navigate this dump. No joke. There are treasures, I believe, here, so we're going to keep our eyes peeled for them. We're going to go for them as well. If you're low on level and low on MP and you think you're going to have an okay time against the boss, you can try for it, you know, but I don't think it's going to be that as easy as you think. Okay, so let's go up here. Ah, shit. Die. Out. We're gonna go this way until we pass two broken ones above us, the second time technically. Then we go up and over. And in the original there were items over here. Okay, we're gonna heal anybody that's pretty much at 80, anything at 80 at this point. Okay, he's out, he's out. She's got some. Oh, no treasure there, okay. Check the other places where there's usually items. And again, if we don't see any, then it's one less thing we gotta deal with. But I thought in the original there were items over in these corners. But maybe they took them out because they were kind of unnecessary. In the last dungeon, why give good gear in the last dungeon? That's not even that long of a dungeon if you know how to navigate it. The Dawn levels, yeah. So from here, we're gonna go south till we see multiple outages, and then we're gonna go right, and then pretty much all the way south, almost. Yeah, pretty much all the way south. And and then we get to head east, and that should lead us to the next tier of goodies. The next area where some goodies usually are. Though right now, I'm not sure. This could have just been a big waste. Because it seems like in this patch they took them out. Which is fine if they took it out. I don't mind. it means that this still is a pretty good version of the game because it's less bullshit running around as you get to endgame. But in that same breath, you're at the mercy of possibly not... Yeah, they took everything out. Okay. Making my job easy, then. Alright, let's go say a hi to the big bad. Hopefully nobody dies, though, because I forgot to heal Gwyn. And it's possible, because the mages in the back have not attacked yet. We just don't want to lose Miyu. Ooh! Oh, Adon's down. Wow, this is going really badly. Let's unfuck the situation, because it's clearly fucked. Rever... Nope. Even maxed out, it doesn't always kick in. Oops, I didn't mean to heal. There we go. You know what? Items... Wait. What's Miyu at? 102, okay. Yeah, that could have ended really badly. That's what I get for not fucking healing between fights like I needed to. This should lead us to the only chest in this area. God damn it. Always getting that fucking preemptive on me. Before I get too far, aka too overconfident. Okay, so there's only one chest here, and many of you pretty much know what's in that chest, as do I. And I say we probably have enough of... We're probably pretty well off here. Let's use her trimates. Good, not good. Okay, let's make sure everybody's full pretty much on HP. That's what's most important here. Let's do it. I am Dark Force, God of Death. Your sorrow, anger, and fear are my strengths. Observe my might and despair, mortals. I shall greatly enjoy your painful deaths. Okay, uh-oh. Full beast mode! Alright, so... There's actually... This is a multi kind of beastly fight here. But we're going to do something rather simple right out the gate. We're going to go ahead and shift Adon with pretty much everybody. Shift Adon. Kara will shift Adon as well. There we go. And let's do it. Actually, I should be picking my targets, really. And I regret not doing that. Yeah, that's why I need to do that. Gwen needs to heal us big time. Miyu can... Again, we're going to shift, but we're going to shift to Ren. And just to make sure everybody gets a... Well, everybody should get a pretty good heal. You know what? So we'll take that risk. It's a big risk. It could also cost us to fight. Right out the gate here. So we're going to do it. We're going to shift Ren there. I still didn't fucking pick my attack targets. God damn it. Oh, shit. What am I doing? My excuse for hating the fucking menus in this game. Alright, back to what I was doing here. We definitely need to heal. Sar. Kara can shift Ren again. Or Ren, rather. And then Miyu should shift herself. Let's pick our targets this time, shall we? He's going to attack. It's not really giving me an option, is it? Man! Why is it not giving me a choice? Well, whatever. Fuck it. Thought we could choose, but I guess not. Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay, we got a double heal. Everybody's using SAR that can, because I fucked up. God, talk about blowing it right in the end, right? Let me double check here. Okay. There should be one more SAR. Yeah, see, May's SAR is pretty garbagey, but it is what it is. When you SAR, Kara, please boost. Even if Adon goes down, we can recover. And we're gonna do a big recovery too. We're gonna have Kara recover Adon because, yeah, shit just went south. Because me being a jackass and screwing up as bad as I did. Okay. We need a full SAR here from both Gwyn and Kara. Nice. We need a dual shift onto Adon here. So we'll use Miu to do that as well. That way he's back up to par where he should be. And then, of course, we got to heal with Gwyn pretty much every round going forward here. Oh shit, biscuits, I didn't heal. Like an idiot. But it didn't matter, we won. Oh, I hate the fucking menu in this game, I really do. Your victory comes too late, dear children, for we have already passed the event horizon of the black hole. While it brings oblivion for you, it shall be like a warm bath for me. I will enjoy watching gravity rip you apart, and if by some miracle you do survive, I will be here to end your lineage 1,000 years hence, when you are long dead, and there is no one left to stop me. Farewell! No, you will not escape so easily. Die with your city. I damn you all to oblivion! The prince had never felt such anger before. His fury triggered the dreaded Mejid technique. Mejid is tearing the entire city apart, says Ren. Miu, we must get all of you out of here. Insufficient time remains for our escape. Miu performed the Ryuka technique automatically. The entire party was instantly teleported to a place of safety far from the falling city. The evil city seemed to scream a hideous cry as it fell from the sky and sank deep into the lake, taking the horrors of 1,000 years of war and pain and fear along with it. And then... What happened? Did we pass through? But if we did, then where are we? Location unknown. Message incoming from the star system just ahead. Attention alien craft, this is Zaylan Station. You are now within the Algo star system. Bleep bloop, bleep bloop, bleep bloop. Ship design. Recognized Palma colony ship Alyssa 3. Who are you? Where have you been? That's a good question. We are so surprised you have returned. Please move towards these coordinates. You are safe. Now welcome home. And there it is. So, again, this is supposed to this hack or patch, if you want to call it, does fix up some of the story, and makes it easier to make sense of, and so on and so forth. I recommend it. Check it out at a hack at romhacking.net. It is called General Fixes, or General what is it? General upgrade or whatever. But yeah, I'll put a link for it in the description of the first video, if not even a description of this video. I'll try to put that link for this patch, because yeah, it makes the game a lot smoother than I remember. And I recommend it. If you're going to play this game, this is the worst of the Phantasy Star games, but also the most ambitious. Like, again, over 3 generations of story is told. There's 4 different endings, because you could already see you have a choice between 2 wives in the first generation, then you have a choice between 2 wives in the second generation. So this is easily replayable 4 times, and the endings are very much like Mass Effect 3. It's just a different, your main hero has a different look, and you have one different character usually at the end. Miu and Ren are usually always there, to some degree, and some of the dungeons end game are a little different too. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're a hardcore Phantasy Star fan, this is a must, obviously. Do you need to play all 4 endings? Definitely not. If you'd like to see me attempt the other endings, which means doing another Let's Play with a different ending, let me know in the comment section below. But chances are we're just going to move on to the next game in this particular series. But yeah, it's definitely not aged very well. It's hard to play after Phantasy Star 2 because it looks like it's a step backwards in quality, and in some ways it kind of is. It's incredibly slow. It's incredibly repetitious, and it's almost pretty much got grinding built in, at least in this modded version. And to me, it's like, unless you're a big hardcore Phantasy Star fan, this is a hard pass. Because yeah, it's just so drawn out. Now, there are ways to make it more palatable, like if you are emulating it or playing it on the Sega Genesis, Sega Master Collection. Fast forwarding, having that fast forward button is going to make this a lot easier to do, because you're just constantly in battle, you're constantly traveling from place to place. And, oh, that's strange, you can pause the actual music. But what it's worth is completely subjective. And again, of the Sega Genesis RPGs, which there are not very many of, especially that came out in America and Europe, this is easily probably the hardest one to sit through. But like I said, definitely find patches to update the story properly, so that way when you go into Phantasy Star 4, or if you've already played Phantasy Star 2, the story is more coherent, because it suffers from a lack of coherency. This is definitely a 3 or 4 out of 10. Like I said, if a 5 is considered average, this is less than what I would call an average game for this time period. Again, feeling like it's a step back. And the original version of the game was poorly kind of constructed, and translated is probably a better term. And it looks like they fixed a lot of that with this mod. But again, this mod didn't even come out till 2019. So we were kind of there are a few people who've done some Japanese direct translations, and it fixes it up a little bit, but still not enough to make it that enjoyable. And this one set it up so that you don't have to grind for gear for hours and then be way too overpowered going forward. Like in the the first quarter of the game, or let's say halfway through the first generation, you don't feel like you're getting overpowered at all, and then suddenly before the end of it, you really feel that way. And it's pretty much kind of the conclusion that it's easy to overlevel. And even in this version, it's still easy to overlevel, and that's kind of what was happening off and on throughout our playthrough. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HectorStudios for more live gaming action. When we come back, we'll have a new series of Let's Play for our RPG shows. And I will say this, I'm actually eager to play Phantasy Star 4, which is Phantasy Star End of the Millennium, because it is probably the best next to Phantasy Star 2. So it definitely is the smoothest of the games to play as far as quality and all of that. And the most interesting and well developed. So with that said, guys, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next time.